Welcome back to Stamping at the Warren, and I'm Kim Tolton, and today I'm sharing with you a little card using some of the Christmas products from Stampin Up, and these are perfect for complete beginners, and the next few tutorials I'm doing are aimed at complete novices, so maybe you're looking for a new hobby for the new year. But also for existing crafters who may be short of time but want to be able to make really pretty, stunning Christmas cards for their friends and family. That's really, just very quick and simple to make. So that's what we're doing today, and I particularly love this designer series paper pack, the Home for Christmas one. It's just so vintage, and it reminds me of my flannelette pyjamas from when I was a little girl, being all wrapped up warm at Christmas time, and all the books that were looking at Christmas were styled very much like this. Shows my age, but there you are. So this is the card that we're making today, and the stamp set is Oh What Fun, which is in the current seasonal catalogue, and I have a feeling it is also in the retiring section of my website, so you might want to grab a bargain whilst it's there, if you fancy an early Christmas present. So there we are. Right, so first off is to make your card base, and this is just a regular A6 card base, so you trim it to 21 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters, and then you score down the middle of the long side at 10.5 centimeters. Fold so that the ridge is on the inside of the card, and just burnish that fold with a bone folder. Next, you want to trim a piece of the Home for Christmas designer series paper, and I'm using this red striped one, and this measures 14.4 by 10.1 centimeters, and this is just really simply going to be placed on here. So you want your fast fuse adhesive or Tombow adhesive, and you just want to run a couple of strips down here. You could even use tape and tear tape if you wanted. It's whatever is your preference for adhesives. So this goes down, so it still allows you a little bit of a border around the card, just to define that area there. Next, you want another piece of adhesive, piece of Home for Christmas designer series paper, and this one measures 14 centimeters by 6 centimeters, and this is just simply going to go across a section here. So again, fast fuse adhesive. So you see what I mean when I'm saying these are quick and simple cards to make. Make sure you get it round the right way. Make sure at all times that you're mounting everything the right way around, and you want that roughly in the centre, so you've got sort of thirds almost. There you go. Alright, next job is to stamp your sentiment, and I'm actually using, I know that for the card base we've used thicker Whisper White cardstock. We're actually using very vanilla, and the reason for that you can probably see if I hold this against here. So this, the Home for Christmas designer series paper, they all actually coordinate with very vanilla cardstock rather than Whisper White. So we're going to stamp onto there, and I'm using this really lovely Wishing You a Sweet Season stamp, and I'm stamping it in Mossy Meadow. And I say this is from the Jolly Christmas, I think it is. No, Oh What Fun. Oh What Fun stamp set, sorry. I've been using both the last couple of days. Right, so ink up your stamp. and then down, gentle press and straight back up. And rather than die cutting, I always think that using punches is a great way to get started with rubber stamping and card making. It's very quick and simple, and you can very easily get the hang of it, and doesn't need lots of equipment. So I'm using the 2-inch circle punch here, and when you're using a punch it does tell you the size both on the top and on this base plate here. And the easiest way to use them is upside down, so that way you can see exactly where you're going, and you can see that this particular stamp is designed to fit exactly in this circle. And that's the divine thing about Stampin' Up, is everything is coordinated. So you're lined up, you give a nice press, and there is your sentiment. And we're going to create a little bit of bling here by making some teeny little tags that we're going to put on the back, or little flags or banners, whatever you want to call them. So you need 3 of these. So again, this is the banner punch. It's a tiny little punch. The picture's on there. I think I've used it so much that the name has worn off, but you've got the image here, so you can see which punch it is. So you can store them either that way or that way. It's up to you. And again, upside down, so you can see what you're doing. This is Dazzling Diamond, and you can probably pick up the glimmer. This is Dazzling Diamond's glimmer paper, and you just want to pop your piece of glimmer paper inside. And I've done mine at 1 centimetre, so it's slightly narrower. So you just want to make it than the actual glimmer paper strip. So you just want to make sure that you've got it in the centre as much as you can, and then punch. And you want 3 of those, so we've already got 1, 2, so just 1 more. So again, you just pop it in, line it up, and there you go. And the other blessing is you have very little in the way of wastage when you use punches. There we go, pop those to one side. Now, I found that the easiest way to adhere these on the back of your sentiment is to actually use tear and tape. So just do a couple of short strips, and you can actually mould this to the circle. Another little strip there. And you need an adhesive that is going to cope with the glimmer paper, because it's very fine glitter, but if you use something like snail, it just simply won't adhere. It will just keep falling off. So then you just use a fingernail and take off the top layer of tape. If there's any adhesive that's just poking out, just roll that round so you can't see it, and then turn your card over, turn your sentiment over, and then you can just place your banners where you want them to be. And stagger how far out they come so they're not all exactly the same. There you go. Pop some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of that. And these are like sticky foam pads that I reckon they're about 2 or 3 millimeters thick. And because they're hexagonal, they get in all those odd little corners. And you just want 3 or 4. I'm going to go with 4 here. And then take that backing off. Turn it over. And then you just mount that on the front of your card. and you can mount it wherever on that card you want it to be. So I'm going roughly there, and there you have your card. How easy was that? Bit of trimming, bit of stamping, and a bit of dazzle. That's all it takes. So I hope you've enjoyed today's card. You'll find all the information on my social media sites in the more information section underneath this video, and there will be a corresponding written tutorial on my blog that will also include the video once the two are put back together in the blog. So there's often a delay because I upload my videos overnight, so I have to be able to reunite the blog and the video in the morning once it's finished loading. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave them either in the comments boxes below my videos or on any of my social media sites, and I will get back to you. I now have my replacement mobile phone, so I'm back to being able to pick everything up electronically again. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta for now.